Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Only people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand.
Stop it. Get some help.
Opinions vary.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Opinions Varied. That's Opinions with an A. Please like, share, and subscribe. And there is the now infamous and now deleted video from billionaire actress Selena Gomez talking about, quote unquote, her people who are being attacked. Now, if she's referring to her people as American citizens who are being attacked, she would be correct. But unfortunately, she wasn't referring to American citizens. She was referring to Mexican citizens, ones that she says are being deported, ones that she says she doesn't like that are being deported, even ones that have been convicted or have been accused and charged with heinous crimes, gang members, etc. So Selena Gomez deleted that video because the backlash she got wasn't quite what she expected. And now the Trump administration, which I think has been doing a fantastic job of hitting back at narratives like that one with their own television production of people being deported. I have a video out on that. I'll put it up top. And now they have angel moms. These are mothers of victims of illegal immigrant crime. And they put out their own hard-hitting video, which I think is going to be very, very effective. We're going to watch a Fox News report on that right now, and I'll comment along the way. Let's go.
The White House sharing a video, a powerful video, of angel moms responding to a now deleted video post by actress Selena Gomez crying over deportations.
You don't know who you're crying for. What about our children who were brutally murdered and raped and beat to death and left on the floor by these illegal immigrants?
I just feel like it's a ruse to deceive people and to garner sympathy for lawlessness.
I wish I could do something, but I can't.
My daughter was a child. There's many other children whose lives were taken due to people who crossed here illegally.
They didn't cry for our daughters.
Mother of 5, Rachel Warren, was sexually assaulted and murdered, allegedly by an illegal immigrant from El Salvador back in 2023 while she was on a popular running trail. Her mother, Patty Warren, was in that video, and she joins us now. Patty, thank you for joining us. And again, I can't say enough about how much everyone here at Fox offers their condolences to you.
Seems like Fox News and maybe a couple of other more conservative outlets are the only ones that seem to ever express sympathy to these angel moms and these parents of these victims. CNN doesn't seem to really do that too much. MSNBC, I don't think they'd ever dream of it. And CBS, ABC, NBC, do they really ever talk about it? Joe Biden at his State of the Union had to be yelled at. I think it was Marjorie Taylor Greene who yelled at him to say Laken Riley's name, and he got the name wrong when he even responded to her.
I'd be a winner, not really. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand.
The absolute just callous, it's just the I don't even know how to describe it. It's bizarre to me. The Democrat Party and the media's approach to this as a whole, it literally cost them this election. It's cost them a lot, and they're still, and I'm going to show a little clip about the Bronx, New York in a little while. They're still not understanding how people feel. And I'm not talking about just red areas. I'm talking about people that live in blue areas. They've had enough. Hey guys, if you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the like button right now. Subscribe. I do one video a day at least. If I don't do one video, it's because of circumstances that were beyond my control and I couldn't get it done. But please like, share, and subscribe and help me grow this channel. I appreciate it.
One of the things, Patty, that I really loved about this response, this video response, is that Donald Trump, in putting this video out, offered an opportunity to humanize the victims who have been so forgotten.
Correct.
So my question to you is, what would you want Selena Gomez to know about your daughter? What else?
I was amazed when I saw the video because just her body language alone showed that it was a very insincere, even though she's crying tears, she's not actually looking into the camera. She keeps hiding her face or looking away from the camera.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's an act. I don't care if they're, oh, I think she's really upset. You know what? She's an actress. And this is virtue signaling. And she thought she was going to get a lot of, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And her response was the complete opposite. People are saying, are you kidding me right now? Because, and there's another response you get from the left. And I have friends of mine that'll say the same thing. Oh, well, there are plenty of criminals that are American citizens. That's true. But that's your response as to why that's your rebuttal to what Donald Trump is doing? So you don't think that people, you're right, we have our own problems. We don't need to import the rest of the world's. We have our own people who don't follow the law. We don't need to bring in the worst of the worst from all over the rest of the world to add to our problems. So if that's your response, you know what? Try again.
And so as a mom, to me, that's a sign that you're lying to me. Mm-hmm. But I want her to know that she's a Mexican. She's of Mexican descent. She's a billionaire. If she wants to help her fellow countrymen, why doesn't she pay for them to go home and then pay for them to go through the process legally?
Because she's full of crap. She's a liar. She's an actress. She's a faker. This is all nonsense. This is all tried for likes, clicks, and attention. That's all it's for. She doesn't even know the first thing about any of this. And God forbid she would ever know what this woman has faced.
Bring them into the country legally. My daughter suffered greatly at the hands of open borders because of the last administration. And there are many Americans across the country that have lost their mothers, their wives, their daughters, their children to this invasion of illegal immigrants. She needs to know that my daughter, her children no longer have a mother.
I've said it before. Somebody in the Biden administration has to be held criminally responsible for this. And people, yeah, you can't do that. No, I can do that. Somebody needs to be held criminally responsible for what has happened to this country in the last 4 years. You can't allow our border to be wide open. It was an invasion. 93% down our border encounters since Donald Trump took office. 93%. That doesn't happen by accident. And what they allowed wasn't an accident. It was intentional. And somebody or multiple people need to be held criminally responsible. Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution. I'll put it up again. Read it. It was violated intentionally by the last administration. And somebody needs to be held responsible for this. If I was one of these parents, God forbid, I don't know what I would do. I certainly wouldn't be as calm as this woman. I don't know what I would do. Somebody would pay with dearly, and they would pay criminally for this. I would see to it that they were prosecuted. This is unacceptable. It can never happen again, and people have to start to be made an example of. And it goes along with what's going on now with these governors and these mayors and these local officials, police chiefs who don't want to help or who want to kind of sidestep and play a little cute with, oh, we're not going to get in your way, but we're not going to tell you when people are being released from prison if they're here illegally. You know what? They need to be placed in handcuffs and perp walked. When are we going to get serious in this country? I know Donald Trump wants to. I know Tom Homan wants to. When are enough people going to say enough is enough? Somebody needs to pay. Somebody needs to be held criminally responsible and go to jail for this.
Daddy, chill.
That they have to grow up and live without her love and her support. If she feels sorry for her countrymen, it should be Americans. Because
right.
Yes, even though her genealogy says that she's Mexican, she's American citizen.
Correct.
So why isn't she protecting the lives of the American citizen? That I don't understand.
Yeah, it's such a strange video. You're right. I mean, in the video, she says, I wish I could help. I wish I could help what? Enable more illegals to come over and have what happened to your daughter. It's enable more lawlessness. It's just so ill-informed and super privileged because, as you know, she has private security. She lives in a gated community, and those of us who can't afford that, we need to have law and order here. I want to talk to you about the trial. So the trial for your daughter is scheduled for April 1st. A judge has denied the move to move the trial out of Hartford County. Your daughter's killer has said that he wanted it to be moved because he says, he's the subject of nationwide hatred and vilification. So what's your message here?
My message is that I actually can't comment because it hasn't gone to trial. Okay. And so I
understand that.
Let me ask you, comment.
No problem.
I'm able to comment. You know what my comment is? My comment is this. This person's here illegally. They don't get the same due process that everybody in this country is afforded under the Constitution. You don't have constitutional rights because you're not an American citizen. What is the point of being an American citizen if this person who's now accused of this crime gets the same exact due process that I get or you get? What's the point of citizenship? Now, I'm not saying this person should be tortured. I'm not saying this person shouldn't have a trial, but they don't get to request to move. And I'm glad the judge denied it. They don't get to move the trial because they don't think they're going to get a fair trial. Be grateful you're getting the same type of trial that everybody who's a citizen of this country gets. Be grateful of that you get the chance to have a jury or choose a judge. Be grateful of that. Because if it was up to me, you would get a one-day trial, we'd have all the evidence brought in, and you'd have one rebuttal, and then it would be over. And if you were found guilty, you'd be sent to Guantanamo Bay, and you'd spend the rest of your life there. Or that one might be the light sentence, or maybe something else. But at the very least, you're going to Guantanamo Bay for the rest of your life. I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm sick and tired of, they get these rights illegally. No, you don't have the same rights as an American citizen. Again, what is the point of citizenship if somebody who's not in the country legally gets everything that you have and more? You become a second-class citizen in your own country, and it's about time it stopped.
Let me ask you one last question. Donald Trump has so far, that we know of, deported around 7,000 hardened criminals from this country since he took office just a few weeks ago. What are your thoughts on that?
2 weeks.
I am so happy with the progress. 1, he's keeping his word. 2, he's putting American safety first. 3, he's doing something that the Biden-Harris administration could have done. They could have prevented it 4 years ago. But in the meantime, the Biden-Harris administration could have been refusing these people if they had obeyed the laws that were on the books. So I am so grateful.
They didn't just disobey, they intentionally disobeyed. They enabled this. They enabled this person to come into this country and do what he did to your daughter and these other people. That's the infuriating part. In 2 weeks, Donald Trump has 7,000 people that we know were criminals and a couple that got caught up with them. 7,000 in 2 weeks. The fact that he could do that in 2 weeks, and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Alejandro Mayorkas didn't do anything for 4 years is infuriating. For the men and women that he's appointed, Tom Homan and Christine Noem, I think they're going to do a phenomenal job. And I'm very encouraged. There's a lot of people just here in our community that are still afraid, to go out after dusk or to walk down the sidewalk to check their mail. And I've gotten letters and emails and just phone calls from people across the nation that are afraid. And we shouldn't be afraid to live in our country. Like I said, we have our own problems. We shouldn't have this on top of it to make people more afraid. And I'm going to get to that in a second with this clip from the Bronx in New York, where a woman says the exact same type of thing. To live in our homes. So I'm really very encouraged.
Well, Patty, you took a really brave step yourself in bringing your daughter's story to national attention. I believe it actually, your story, the story of Jocelyn's mother, of Laken Riley's mother, all of you angel moms who so bravely stepped forward, I think changed this election and have changed our whole entire approach to border security. And for that, you should be commended. I'm just so sorry that your daughter's life, that's what it took for this to happen in our country. So God bless you. It's a disgrace. It's a national disgrace. And we send all our love.
Thank you.
So in New York City, ICE raids have taken dozens of illegal migrants into custody, including suspected gang members and accused killers. Yet a massive migrant shelter that would house 2,000 men is still slated to open in NYC next month. Angry residents, they're speaking out.
I have never been afraid in the South Bronx. I am now terrified. I'm terrified for me, for my students. I will have to move.
As literally someone that has lived this experience personally, you should be ashamed. It is not okay for you to take our tax money.
So there's that little short clip from the Bronx, New York. Okay, not exactly a bastion of conservatism, the Bronx, New York. It's a blue area. AOC's district, as a matter of fact. And you have people there who are outraged that now they want to move 2,000 men into a shelter, a migrant shelter in the Bronx. When will these people wake up? When? You know what? I always say I want them to keep doing this because we'll keep winning. But in this case, people's lives are at risk. So I don't want them to keep doing this. Keep on with all the other wacky nonsense like what you had yesterday at your DNC convention or whatever it was, where you're electing your leadership, where I think David Hogg has become the vice president of the DNC. Keep doing that. But this needs to stop in these cities because American lives are at risk. And when will you people wake up? It's infuriating. You watch these videos, and as a parent especially, and you just say to yourself, what would I do if, God forbid, that was my son or my daughter? And it's so, here's the thing, like you say, we have our own problems here. We have our own lunatics. We have our own people that are criminals. But these people that are committing these crimes shouldn't be here in the first place. That's what the difference is. That's why it's so preventable. They don't belong here in the first place. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I really appreciate you watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time right here at Opinions Vary.
Opinions vary.